Okay, I'm back again. This is gonna be a long video. Hmm, I don't, I don't know if 9 minutes would be long enough to cover everything that I'm gonna need to talk about. The name of this video is "Suicide Isn't the Answer," or it's gonna be something to that effect. Um, and I've done some research this morning about suicide statistics. Um, and reading some statistics that are about 2 years old. And suicide is a lot more common than we realize. And there's more people who contemplate and attempt suicide than there are people who go through with it. And reading those statistics, it just blow your mind. In fact, why didn't I just read some? Let's see. Worldwide, suicide. This is a worldwide suicide statistic. Worldwide, a suicide is completed every 40 seconds. That's 120 people an hour. 2,880 people daily, and 1,051,200 yearly. Now let me get the other side of my notes, because I'm not going to, no way I was going to remember all of that, so I took some notes about it. It says 1 out of 3 teens has seriously contemplated suicide. Yeah, I worded it differently than where I got it from. In the U.S., a suicide, you just spelled it wrong. The suicide is completed every 16 minutes. That averages out about 4 people an hour, 96 people a day, 85,040 people a year. For every suicide, there are 25 attempts. That's 100 people an hour, 2,400 a day, and 876,000 a year. I just thought a year in my notes, whatever. Every completed suicide and attempted suicide directly affects at least 6 people. That's 624 people an hour, 2,880 people a day, and 5,466,240 a year. Now those statistics are 2 years old. They might have changed since then. Suicide is a very serious thing, and it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. The motive that leads people to suicide, it's temporary. If they would have waited longer, they would have went through it fine. And all problems are temporary. Jesus is the only way out. Okay, suicide is the answer. Jesus is. He could heal that pain, whether it's emotionally or physically or whatever. Yeah, so now don't do this. It's not the answer. And we all go through, hard times. We don't understand, why we go through such situations, and it's easy to lose hope and give up. You probably never heard of you never hear of Christians who commit suicide. and maybe somebody who once was a Christian, and maybe somebody who claimed to be a Christian, like never a true Christian. A true Christian would understand that, that we all go through these hard times, and we'll be fine with God. I mean, Jesus said that we would have tribulation in this world. And in fact, I think I have the reference to that scripture too. I'm looking at it right now. I don't see that reference in my notes. It's almost been 6 minutes already. I thought this video was going to be longer than this. Anyways, suicide is very serious, and it's not the answer. You want to accomplish nothing. And there are other ways. I mean, try Jesus. He will help you through whichever problem you're going through. And your life will be better, but you still go through hard times. Where it's easier with Jesus. And I kept saying, and it comes to my mind that if one of those people, if one of these people who commit suicide, if only they would have turned to Jesus. These people who contemplate suicide, if only they just turned to Jesus, then they wouldn't have done it. And the scriptures I said that they would go through hard times to make us stronger. It doesn't use those exact words, but it says something to that effect. And then Philippians 4, verse 13. And if you know where it's at, and it says, I think it's verse 13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. But if you notice what it's talking about, if you notice what it's talking about before it says that, it's talking about hard times. Now you can overcome those hard times that you're going through Jesus. Wow. My next video will be on Monday. The name of it will be Patience.